Hey guys, it's Alyia. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Today's video is more mom related. We also talk about all different things Jesus, Christian related content. We talk about different things in the Bible. We talk about all things beauty. I am a certified makeup artist. We talk about hair, makeup, all that jazz. And then also I share some different mom things since I am a mom of on my way to 3 right now. Still want to have one more after this one. But I have been pregnant with both genders. And today I'm going to be sharing a video on being pregnant with a boy and how I knew like from the beginning that I was pregnant with a boy. Just because of like the difference in the pregnancies between boy and girl that I had experienced. And so I wanted to share that just because I'm sure it's different from other people's, but it might be similar if you're like wondering if you're pregnant with a boy or girl. Maybe this can help you. Maybe you just found out you're pregnant and you're so nervously awaiting. So this time, this pregnancy, I found out differently with Kinley. They didn't have this special like cheaper, like I hate to use that word, but it's like a cheaper test that tests out different abnormalities and things like that. Like it was only a couple $100 rather than almost $1,000. With Kinley, we couldn't afford the test. So we just waited on the ultrasound, which was still around $100 after insurance for the ultrasound, but you have to get it anyway. But we waited with Kinley. With this one, we took that extra test that had just shown up. I forget what it's called. I can't remember. I don't remember. But that's how we found out this time around what the baby was. Got the baby tested for different abnormalities, and he ended up being fine. We found out it was a boy. It was great. So let me show you my belly real quick. I did this in the last video, but I will just show you. I think I have carried the same with both of my kiddos, but this is the bottom of the belly, okay? And this is the top. And I have a very, very short torso, so like this is it. Like some people like have like a really long torso. I'm trying to like elongate my torso, and you can see how it like thins out my belly when I do that. But I have a very short torso, so baby doesn't have very long before they always end up taking my entire torso. So I get out very big, and I think I've had very similar pregnancies each time just because of my super, super short torso. But I want to start out with this time. Weight gain was completely different. I have only been losing weight this pregnancy, whereas with Kinley, all I did was gain weight. Now, I'm sure I'm like starting to gain weight at this point. Like, I haven't been to the doctor in over a month, so I'm sure I'm going to have gained a few pounds by the time I went back because I'm finally eating. I wasn't really eating very well before or keeping anything down. But I will say, like, the weight gain has been significantly different from Kinley. From like day one, I was gaining weight. It was like crazy. I was gaining weight everywhere. And even though I noticed like I'm gaining weight in this region and even a little bit in the chest area, which happened with both, I already have like a large chest area anyway. But when you're pregnant, like boy or girl, honestly, I think it's the same. But I have noticed, obviously, in my belly that I have gained weight. But it's been nothing like I was pregnant with Kinley. Like my face, I still have more weight in my face from when I was pregnant with her, and more weight in my arms and stuff than I used to. Like I used to be itty bitty. So I am carrying more weight everywhere just from her, but I haven't gained any weight everywhere like I noticed like when I was pregnant with her. So I will say the weight gain was tremendously lower. And then the nausea experience was totally different. Now, I was completely nauseous with both, vomiting with both. I had a terrible time for about 20 weeks with both. It didn't end after my first trimester. I was on Zofran. It's the only thing that could help me keep anything down. But with this one, with the boy, I noticed I was more nauseous than vomiting. Like I would just lay around and be nauseous all the time. The feeling of nausea never subsided for me. With Kinley, I could throw up and have just a few minutes of feeling better. But it would always come back, obviously, the nausea with Kinley. But that is not the case for Tatum, my son that I'm pregnant with now. It was just constant misery, and I'm not kidding. Like, it was literally horrible. It was so, so bad. With him, I was super nauseous, so that is not a sign necessarily that you are pregnant with a girl, because this is a boy, and I was horribly sick. So don't be discouraged if you're feeling nauseous. It's not an automatic sign you're pregnant with a girl, because even with my mom had me and my brother. She was super sick with both of us. So I will say there's a difference in the way the nausea was happening. Like I said, it was more nausea than vomiting, even though it was still both with this one. But I knew the nausea was so different this time that was like one of the first things for me. I was like, okay, something's up. Now this is the biggest thing, and I'm not kidding. The biggest thing, I knew I was pregnant with a boy because of this. So the weirdest thing started happening to me. With Kinley, this never happened. Never even like a little bit. I was at my mom's house and I had taken a bite of like roast, like, you know, like beef and noodles, how you make like beef and noodles. The beef was disgusting immediately, like tasted horrible. And I had just found out I was pregnant. Didn't really have any symptoms yet. This is like how I found out I was pregnant too, like how it confirmed it for me. But I could not eat it anymore. And that started happening with everything. There's like chocolate, like there's these M&M like peanut chocolate bars that if you knew me before I got pregnant the second time, I was addicted to those. Like those were absolutely amazing. They were so good. Got pregnant, haven't touched them since. Thought they were disgusting. The only sweets that I like this pregnancy are ice cream. I can do ice cream, cake. I usually love cake with buttercream icing. Haven't really been a big fan of it at all this entire pregnancy. But I like ice cream. That's really the only thing. Like Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookies are pretty good. Like things that aren't too overly sweet, I like. But for some reason, being pregnant with a boy, there's so many things that I would eat before that I just am not interested anymore. It's more savory. Like I have always liked spicy stuff, but spicy stuff this pregnancy has been over the moon, like even better. Like I want everything to be spicy all the time now. And that's okay. Like I was pretty much like that before, but I've really relied on that more than cravings. The only sweet thing I'm craving is like ice cream. For whatever reason, it just might just be like just the perfect sweetness. But then also the thing that tied in with that, the thing that tied in with the food cravings and the different things I was experiencing, like it's actually food aversions is what it's called. When you don't like food that you used to like, that you know you like. And so I had the food aversions and smells. Everything was horrible. I could not smell food cooking. I would be puking in the bathroom. Like it was absolutely terrible. Like I still like, I'm 27 weeks. I'm in my third trimester now. My husband opened the fridge and he had grilled some food and he said, oh, this will send you to the bathroom in the morning. Like you'll be puking, because he had just put aluminum foil over it. Well, sure enough, the next day he opened the fridge. I can smell it from across the kitchen. I can smell anything from anywhere. And I smelled it and immediately I was puking in the toilet. Like I cannot stand 90% of smells. It has to be like a super nice like vanilla or like things that smell like really good, you know? Like that's the only way that I feel okay, is if it smells super sweet, super yummy. Other than that, like food, I can't really handle the smell of food. It smells terrible to me now. Okay, so we've talked about food aversions. We've talked about, oh, okay, so this is something I talked about in my last video. I am gonna just, while I'm talking to you, scroll through and see if I can't find a picture of my pee, which is like super gross, I know. The baking soda test. If you are pregnant and you have not peed in a cup and added like a decent amount of baking soda to it, what are you doing? Like, why are you not doing that? It's like accurate. Like, I'm convinced it works. You can try it first thing in the morning when you haven't had any food or anything to change like your pee, I guess, which this is probably like gross to some people, but like whatever, it is what it is. Pregnancy's gross. But if you want to know if you're pregnant with a boy or a girl, this worked for me both times. Every time I pee in baking soda this time, it fizzes. And I'm trying to find, I sent a picture to my husband. I was like, okay, with Kinley, it looked like flat soda pop. Like no fizz, no nothing. Every time I tried. This time, do you see my fizz? Okay, hold on. Okay, you can see it. Past everything. All that fizzing, you see that? I'm pregnant with a boy and my pee fizzed. Like, that's insane. And I sent him a picture. I was like, dude, we are pregnant. There's a dog hair in the cup that I see. But I was like, dude, we are pregnant with a boy. Because You know how many times when I wanted a boy last time, I tried to make this happen? You know how many times I tried to make my baking soda look like this? My baking soda pea concoction? No, it works. It fizzes immediately every time now. And I'm like, what the heck? And this time I wanted a girl. Last time I wanted a boy. This time I wanted a girl. It flip-flopped and I got the opposite each time. So I guess you just get the opposite of what you want. But anyways, like seriously, it fizzes every single time. I do take a toothpick, no, even with her, no matter what, I always take a toothpick, make sure it's mixed in, fresh pea, fresh baking soda, get a decent amount of baking soda in there, and it automatically fizzes every time. It works. I'm telling you, the baking soda and pea, it works. It does. I've probably ruined 2 gender reveals because it's convinced me each time. But no, seriously, like I believe it. It's worked both times with me. And 100% believe it, like 100%. I will say both times the Chinese calendar thing, I don't agree with it. I don't believe in it at all. I think it's dumb. But it was right both times. I did check just to like see, and I could be like, haha, it's wrong. There's another calendar that there is that was wrong. It wasn't right. I don't think either time. But the Chinese, whatever you call it thing, it was right. It said that I was pregnant with a boy this time, and I wasn't. It said I was pregnant with a girl with Kinley, and I was. That is everything. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for future videos. I'd love to have you join the Gospel Gals fam. I love when you guys comment and tell me that you're new. I love chatting with you guys. You can also reach out to me if you have anything you want me to cover, anything like that. You can comment down below to let me know you've emailed me. Or the best way to reach out to me is actually to message me on the Gospel Gals Facebook page, which I have down below. I will see if I can even like maybe link it. I'll try to like copy and paste a link into the descriptions too. I don't believe I've done that yet. I've just told you guys how to find me on there. But you can also message me on there. Get a hold of me if you have any questions, anything like that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!